G'day, Andrew Elphick, Anywhere Business Network and the Taxman. I've just shot a webinar and I hope you'll find it useful for mixing your videos. And what better way to do it, introduce it, than to come down to the bar and look out the Tasman. And you know what? In that direction, there is nothing until you hit Melbourne. Long way away. Alrighty, I hope you enjoy the video. So I've opened up my browser and I am all ready to go to the video blocks, and I'm just signing in. Video blocks is known as story blocks now, and I am putting in the word smile and searching on the word smile to look at a video block that has a smile in it. So it goes up there. I have a look at the type of smile I want. I look to download a particular file, don't like it. It's not going to go with my purpose. And then I look at another video and look at others that are there, see an appropriate video, lady on the beach, and I'm going to download that particular one, and because I don't like any of the others, because they're not fitting my purpose, so I download that. It's my super fast 200 by 200 meg internet. The 20-30 meg file is downloaded, and then I just save it to the desktop and use it with all my other ones. Voila, it is done. My video block that I placed on there, I resized my video block and fit it to the screen. Notice that I'm doing it on the second track down. I then am going to put a title in, and I'm going to choose an appropriate sort of font for my title, and I have my first track up there. I then put a second track in so I can add other tracks to it, and I adjust my title and then change the title to what I want. And I get my inspiration for my titles from the subject that I am actually talking about. And I get that from my own personal experience, as well as inspiration from the net. So this one is everything that goes through your mind. Needs to be still. Okay, so that to me means that it's a calming sensation that I'm wanting to get across to people. So then I duplicate the size, the amount of the title, and copy it to the next part by choosing the next part that I want to do, and then putting it in. Now I noticed that people's attention span is between 2 seconds and 4 seconds, so the length of time that I put the title in is just enough time to read it. People can be turned off. I'm a Toastmaster, and what I learned from Toastmasters, various speakers, is that there comes a point where people get turned off, and if you leave the gap too long, people get turned off quite easily. And if you count on your fingers, 1, 2, 3, by the time you get to 4 it becomes an awkward moment. So you just need to have the gaps in there no more than 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Just enough time to read it. And sometimes I make it too fast to read because I put too much information on. If you've got too much information, people get turned off. So once again, I'm adding the titles as I go. I'm slowly building up the points that I want to put across on the video. This is a very simple video. I'm aiming for about no more than 1 minute and no less than 30 seconds. And the reason why I do 1 minute and 30 seconds videos is because Instagram is a 1 minute platform with the majority of their titles. So as a result of being a 1 minute platform, you don't want to have more than 1 minute to get your message across. Now this is adding the next part of the story that I'm fitting. The first part of the story was the mind. In other words, that kaleidoscope of blocks that you have in your mind. And the next one is a young lady meditating, and she's meditating because she's relaxing within that environment and getting the message about having that time to sit back and think of that nothingness to give you a point of start for your day. And my message on in this particular instance is all about calm and relaxing. So once again, more titles, putting them in slowly. And as you can see from the spread at the bottom, we've got a number of titles that we're putting together, and that's how we do it. So once again we've put our majority of our titles on, and perhaps some of them are too big, so I've allowed enough room for people to see what the slide is actually about, because the slide is there because a picture tells 1,000 words. I can get people to think about what I'm trying to get across and give them some instruction. In fact, at this stage of the video, I'm giving them some instruction, 21 breaths, which is a technique I picked up as part of my study. And then those 21 breaths are universal. And then I'm going to add a second title underneath. So the 21 breaths stays up there, and then moments later, the second part, the second title comes in. So this way I can get the title slowly going down the page. So it's just a technique. And this is a real-time video, of course. It's got real-time information on it. Now I take the video and I stretch the titles out, because if people are concentrating on this, they're slowly doing it. And then I'm putting the last part of what I'm trying to get across. Now, one technique to write these titles out is to storyboard them. Have a look at the videos that you want to present, and then write captions for each of those particular videos. You can do that on paper just by writing down the bits and pieces. I've been doing, this is probably my 1100 videos I've done. So I tend to do it without thinking nowadays. But if you're just starting out, you might want to get a bit of paper and a pen and write out which titles you want to put on each of your slides or each of your messages. So I expand the title out to how long I want, and then I have a video cut there, and I just want to reduce it in size. So that's sitting at 31 second mark so far. It's taken a while to build this, and then I have the last video, which is a woman doing yoga. So I then put the titles in for the woman doing yoga as well. I resize it to full screen, and just do the transitions as part of the slide. Bring the transitions together, and then have the slide together. Putting more titles and slowly getting it together. Okay, now I'm getting towards the end of the video, and I'm just putting the last of the titles in, and I've just about got it finished. So far I've put in titles, and I have put in a series of 3 tracks, and now I am just finishing off the last of the titles. So I want to reduce the size of the yoga video to bring it down to the last of the titles. Now, because I purchased digital rights, I actually own the videos, or own license for the videos for my own use. So those video tracks that I've got are there for my own use. Now, I've mixed those into a particular sequence. So in mixing those into that particular sequence, that allows me to actually brand them with my own brand. So we've got the video track there, we've loaded it on. I'm now choosing a particular track to put with it, and I'll also put branding with it. So that's me looking for my branding at the moment, and I place my branding on the video. I then make an appropriate position for it. So that's all part and parcel of what I'm doing. So with this, I don't want my branding to be obtrusive, so I've put the brand up in the corner. So in that way, I'm utilising it for my own use, and it shows that I'm utilising it for my own use. And it's also branded to me, so if someone wants to talk about it, they can talk about it with me. So once I've got the transition squared, I've got the size of the video, I can then have a look at a track, an appropriate music track to put with it. And I've got a series of tracks that I can have as well, which I purchased digital rights to. One thing I can tell you is Facebook does check the music. The occasional one I've had digital rights to, Facebook has refused to place it on the net. because that they consider that I haven't got digital rights to it. Now, it's very hard to argue with Facebook, so I've just left it and replaced it with another song that I own. That ownership aspect is one that I've got digital rights to be utilising for commercial use. And I purchased those tracks with separate programs, but I'm allowed to use them for commercial use. So now I've resized the music track. I've had a fade in and fade out on the music track, so it's appropriate. I'm just going to bring the daily practice to be square with the ending, and also adjust the end so that's squared as well. Now I've got the basis of the video together. I can save it to my desktop. With this particular instance, I'm calling it Practice 2. And I need to call it something that I'll be able to look at back in a year's time and think, yep, that's what it was for. And I am saving it to the desktop for uploading. And that is how I make a video.